before. Well, darling, can't you see what you done to me?
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, it's the Bluegrass 225 here at Talladega. Well, BJ, we had some good racing last night in the trucks. What do you expect tonight in Xfinity Series?
Absolutely we did. You know, we got, mentioned earlier, we got 32 people lined up, ready for this one here tonight. More cars, more action. At some point in time, I expect to see the big one.
The big one. You know, looking underneath the skirt, you know, when we say dirt track racing, that's something you definitely don't want to see here at Talladega, that's for sure. As we got about a minute left in practice, final practice, and then we'll go qualifying. And, you know, BJ, I call him the brains. You know, he knows the logistics of the car. I'm just more like, huh? The dirt track kind of type person. Well, BJ, looks like, let's see here. Don't know why I did that.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
We're back.
Looks like we're fixing to go into qualifying.
Yes, sir. Just waiting to see who's going to be the first one out on track. Looks like that's going to be the 55 of Tony Stevens. There on screen. See him rolling out on track out of Monk's Corner. Be able to not join, but he'll be able to enter the racing surface coming out of turn number 2 after he reaches the blend line there. You'll see the blue cone right there. It is. And he's going to head up onto the track for his out lap. Trying to build up momentum as much as possible. Several other cars, as we are in lone qualifier, several other cars out there on track now. Corey Stahl, Brandon Robertson, Adam Lancaster, Bryce Hunter.
Well, how about this? Justin Winters, a one-time MPI winner from Henderson, Kentucky, in that 7 machine.
A very good looking 7 machine. I like that green and orange he's got going on there.
Definitely. Looks pretty cool. There's Brandon Roberts in the 2 Can-Am machine. On track as they're starting to put some times down here momentarily. Bryce Hunter in the 9.
Takes him about a minute to get around this track, a little bit under, so it takes him a little while. You're going to see a lot of times compiling in all at the same time, or one right after another. There's a lot of drivers are out there getting laps in all together. And there's another good-looking car, the Valvoline number 85 of Logan Smith. Several good-looking cars out here tonight, Steve.
Definitely some good-looking cars. Let's see here. Chris Blanchard in the 19 machine on track. Look at Tony Stevens right now. Quick time with a 54.28. Tony Stevens, first driver to put down the time. Second driver to put down time is Justin Winters. He's third quickest as Chris.
Oh, man. Leborgois.
Leborgoris. There you go. Chris Leborgoris. We'll go with that. We'll have to see what Jason comes up and tells us.
Gonna need his help on this one for sure.
Right now, sitting quick time. Tony Iverson there in the 72.
That's Chris LeBourgeois. Just give you guys a little help there. I know that was
yeah.
Bourgeois. Never would have gotten that one.
LeBourgeois. Kostritza is another one.
Kostritza.
Kostritza there to 46. Sean Kostritza.
John Kostritza. Yep, that's the other one. Nate Maurer. Who else here? I think that's about it, guys. But good luck with the broadcast. I figured I'd help you out a little bit.
We were waiting for it. We were like, where's our person that tells us the names? How to say them correctly.
All right. Well, good luck.
All right. The 01. That's Scott Fritz. Scott Fritz of the 01. The Tyler Berry Motorsports FS Designs Wrath ATV and UTV. 605 Racing and Tire Solutions. You look on your qualifying board right now. Iverson, Stahl, Winters, Lancaster, BJ. What did he say the other one name was?
LeBourgeois?
LeBourgeois? There you go.
I think that was what he said.
Robertson, Newbert, Blanchard, Stevens, and Thomas, your top 10.
And so far down through the top 4. I was going to say, so far down through the top 14, we've got Younce, Smith, Kostritza, and Hunter. You started mentioning watching Scott Smith there. Now Taylor Peacock out on track. Not the green that we're used to seeing.
Taylor Peacock in the 81, the orange machine. Coming down that long back straightaway. There is Mo Abbott in the 48. It's from Sacramento, California. Meanwhile, Scott Fritz. Out on track in the 01. Going to put down his first time. Let's see where he records it. 16th quickest. Tyler Peacock goes 14th quickest. Darius Boyd down the track in the 10 machine. The Mobile 110 machine.
Robinson moving into 7th in the number 88 machine. The Hellman's number 88.
Still left to qualify. Doug Neal, Nate Maurer, Treep Itz, Ryan Campbell, Travis Twitty, Kyle Hess, Brad Neer, Robbie Richards, Jason Collins, Brandon Holder, and Jeremiah Hobbs. Still left to qualify. Right now, Mo is sitting 19th on the board with 32 drivers signed in tonight. 20 of them have taken a time so far. This 10-minute qualifying session. You're watching the Bluegrass Xfinity Series live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
48 of Mo Abbott. Very interesting, solid silver paint scheme with the Jimmy Johnson 48 spec mat into that car. Quite an interesting look to it tonight.
Definitely looks really sharp there. Jeremiah Hobbs in the 24 DuPont. Now leaving pit road.
Throwback of Jeff Gordon on that paint scheme.
Jeremiah Hobbs. Mo Abbott. He enters in pit road. But look at Tony Iverson, Corey Stahl, Justin Winters, Adam Lancaster. Pop quiz time again, BJ. Make sure you have this down tonight.
I'm trying. Let me pull it back up. Le Bourgeois.
Le Bourgeois. Okay. Like deja vu, Le Bourgeois. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that name. Your top five, you got Brandon Roberts, Michael Robinson, Adam Newbert. Then you got Stephen Thomas. Pop quiz time. What did he say?
Kastritsa.
There you go. See, I'm going to make sure one of us has it. So if I pop quiz BJ enough, we'll have this. As Jeremiah Hobbs goes down that long back straightaway.
I tell you what, some of the toughest names I have seen on iRacing right here in this league. If you want to have some fun trying to say some names, come here. And these guys are very gracious and very helpful in telling you how to say them. Still got to butcher them 2 times.
Trey Pitts. Entered into pit lane there. Jeremiah Hobbs. Well, I'll say he's not going too fast.
Nah, there he goes. He's probably got a time in there. Looks like he's wanting to aim for the back of the field with the times that he went just cruising around the track there. Trey Pitts still sitting on pit road there in the 21 machine that it's not quite got the paint loaded in yet.
Yeah.
I like it white, though. I like it.
All right, qualifying is over. Let's go ahead and show your qualifying results on the board. Tony Iverson picks up the pole with Corey Stahl, Justin Winters, Adam Lancaster, Chris
Bourgeois,
Brandon Roberts, Michael Robinson, Adam Newbert, Stephen Thomas, and Sean Kastritsa. There you go. Your top 10. And you know what, BJ?
What?
Let's go ahead and do our starting lineup.
All right. Starting on pole in a 72 from Iverson Motorsports, it's going to be Tony Iverson. To his outside in the 66 from Distance Motorsports, it's going to be Corey Stahl.
Your second row will be Sega Keith Motorsports car number 7, Justin Winters. To his outside in the number 1 Elite Motorsports is Adam Lancaster.
Inside row number 3 in the 83, it's going to be Chris LeBourgeois. And to his outside in the number 2 from New England, it's going to be Brandon Robertson.
Row number 4 will be Michael Robbins in the 88 Empire Motorsports machine. And to his outside, he hails from Georgia. Car number 17 is Adam Newbert.
From the Virginias, the 23 of Stephen Thomas on the inside of row number 5. To his outside from Wolf Pumps, the number 46 of Sean Kastritsa.
Row number 6 in the Misfits Motorsports. Car number 19 is Chris Blanchard. To his outside, the Hindsight Hustler Motorsports. Car number 55, it's Tony Stevens.
Inside row number 7 in the 8 machine from the Plains, it's going to be Brett Nielsen. To his outside from T-Berry Motorsports. In the 01, it's going to be Scott Fritz.
Rolling off 15th is the Underfunded Motorsports. Car number 4, Kenny Yance. And to his outside, the Color Till Racing. Car number 48, it's Mo Abbott.
Inside row number 9, it's going to be from Indiana, the 81 of Taylor Peacock. And to his outside, from the Mid-South, the number 85 of Logan T. Smith.
Rolling off 19th be Mike Brisson. And to his outside, Pioneer Racing. Car number 9, Bryce Hunter.
Row number 11 is going to be from Empire Motorsports, the 33 of Jeremy Hobbs. To his outside from Glovebox Motorsports 2. Interesting. The 80 of Ryan Campbell.
It's rode off 23rd at Glovebox Motorsports. Car number 31 is Brandon Holder. To his outside, the teammate. And car number 6 is Brad Neer.
In the 971, in row number 13 on the inside from Simbox Motorsports is going to be Nate Mower. And to his outside from Bluegrass Motorsports, that is actually our admin and is probably not going to be on the grid, but that is the 3 of Jason Collins.
Rolling off 23rd, it'd be rolling off 27th, Travis Twitty in the Hindsight Hustler Motorsports. Car number 29, and KK Motorsports, Kyle Hess in the 86.
Oh, okay, I see where we're at now. I was like, wait a minute. All right, inside row number 15 from the Plains is going to be Darius Boyd in the 10 to his outside from Simbox Motorsports, the 16 of Joey Doucette.
Starting off 31st, be Trey Pitts. To his outside, Doug Dill. And round out your rears, Robbie Richards and BJ. We are fixing to go green. Pace car is making that hard left here at Talladega. You're watching the Bluegrass 225, the Bluegrass Xfinity Series.
80 laps of side-by-side 2, 3, sometimes maybe even 4 wide action. Here we go, getting ready, waiting for the green flag. Outside road looks like they're holding back. Green flag waves. Tony Iverson bringing them dead even start between Iverson and Stahl as they cross the line.
Down coming in turn number 1, Iverson and Winters on the bottom there. Outside line looking like it's backing up a little bit. The 4 cars on the inside are actually, the 3 are starting to pull away a tad bit as they go down the long back straightaway. Iverson, Winters, Lancaster, your top 3. Chris up to 4th, and Corey Stahl back to 5th now.
That is Chris LeBourgeois already up into 4th. Tony Iverson up in the lead. Okay, so my overlays just went absolutely nuts. All right, looking at your screen now. I got to learn these numbers so that I can keep track of them. We see side by side. The outside road's kind of died off. Everybody's playing it safe right now. Looks like they're falling back and trying to fall into a single file line and just relax for right now. Not a lot of cars on the outside. The ones that are up there are all spread out, not going to fight back right now.
As these cars in the back are spread out, but up front, look at this, get a little dicey. Justin Winters on the outside line there. Down the back straightaway, we look at them make it 3 wide. Look at Scott Fritz at a 0-1 on the outside. He's up 11 spots. Being pushed by Mo Abbott, he's up 12 spots.
Just 2 laps in as they come around heading towards the stripe this time. And drivers already making massive moves. Up 12, as you already mentioned, for Scott Fritz. Up 12 for Mo Abbott. 13 now for Logan Smith. Drivers moving through this field very, very quickly. As the number 7 of Justin Winters continues to lead up there in the front.
Justin Winters getting pushed by the 1 of Adam Lancaster there. Tony Iverson still in 3rd. Scott Fritz, he's falling back to 4th now on that outside line. But you look on the back straightaway, that's where the outside line starts coming to play.
Absolutely, you'll see it all night long. The outside line's going to fight down the straightaways. The inside line's going to fight through the turns. Shortest way around the track is on the inside, but the momentum is able to stay up around the outside, which gives them that shot down the straightaway. Outside can have a fighting chance if they get down and get the side draft off the inside cars going through the turns, but it's a lot more dangerous to try to play that game.
Well, if you look, 55, he stuck his neck out there for a minute, wondered if he had to cool his motor down just a tad bit. That 55 machine, that's Tony Stevens. There you see the Ford, that's Kitty Yachts there. As they head down the back straightaway, 2x2, and you know, you got this one big pack up here, and then the pack starts to thin out.
That's the classic super speedway double packing. You'll see 2 packs of cars, and then you'll see a few stragglers back into the back. This is not uncommon to see at all when you get cars running that close together. You get 1 or 2 cars that bump a little bit, tap the apron a little bit, get a little bit squirrely, or start moving around. You get other cars start checking up and just starts checking up further and further back, and it ends up breaking up into 2 different packs more often than not. The cars back in the back are going to struggle to get up there, but they will sooner or later eventually get up there or go a lap down.
Well, you look, Winners continues the league, still being pushed by the one of Adam Lancaster, but give it to Fritz. Scott Fritz on the outside line, getting pushed by Mo Abbott there. And then the 85, that's Logan Smith. He's the 3rd car in line on the outside line there. Side by side, wonderful racing here at Talladega with the Bluegrass 225.
Absolutely is side by side for the entire first 5 laps of this race. For the first lap, it looked like they were going to play it safe. They were going to play it calm and single file it off for a little while, and then the outside and even a extreme outside formed for just a split second. These drivers are fighting. You see the outside road now starting to close down on the inside road through the turns and get that side draft and be able to keep up there with them. But at this point in time, it seems to be a little bit too little effort for them. Is not quite enough cars on the outside. Side draft's not as strong here in the Xfinity cars as what it was in the trucks last night.
Well, you look a little further back, you see Mike Breeson there in the 71. Currently running 14th. There's Tyler Peacock in the 81. Kyle Hess there in the 86. A little further back, you see Doug Neal in the 77 machine. There's Robbie Richards. You see how this back parts is really spread out, buying their time here. But you know, BJ, last night the trucks didn't have a caution, their first caution until, what, lap 50?
No, we only had 54 laps last night. I believe it was on lap 20, right around lap 26, I believe.
26, there you go, 26.
These drivers still honestly showing quite a bit of patience, doing a fantastic job here tonight. Not a lot of moving around, not a lot of stirring going on. Drivers holding their line, doing a good job, playing it safe. And you see right there, the 7.
Justin Winters. He was leading.
Moves up to the middle and got left out there by himself. Now it looks like it's going to be the one of... trying to find in my...
Adam Lancaster in the 1, working that middle line now with Justin Winters giving him behind him. The 72 on the bottom there, BJ. That's Tony Iverson. He's really needing that 83 to get back, you know, get up there close to this rear bumper, give him some drafting help there.
Really is going to need her. He's going to continue to fall back as Adam Lancaster right now is our current race leader. And with the move that we saw out of Justin Winters there, I can't help but wonder if he's not got teammates out there that he's trying to get up into the lead and get some laps lead points. I'm not sure how the points work in this series yet, but I can't help but wonder if that's not a strategy game that he had going on there, or if he was afraid of using too much fuel too early by leading too many laps.
Well, that definitely can happen. Now you look, Lancaster pulls to the bottom with winners. The 4 of Kitty Yance on the outside with the 46 is Sean Ritza Kostritza, there you go. In the 46, and then look at Scott Fritz now. He's falling back in just a tad bit. You gotta wonder, is this something to say, something he wants to do? Do you save a little bit, fall back in line?
Well, it's definitely a strategy that I would play. I try not to lead whenever I'm on a super speedway. I try not to lead too early on these longer races like 80 laps, 100 laps, 125 laps. Try not to lead too much too early. It just burns off fuel when you're the one guy leading the pack. Everybody else is able to run quarter, half, three-quarter throttle, able to stay off the throttle and save a little bit more fuel. It's definitely a better strategy if you end up there in the front to move out of the way and allow them to come by and help you to save a little bit of fuel and run a little bit longer.
Definitely. The outside line now looks like it's in good formation. The 4, Kenny Yance now pulling up alongside of Lancaster. But, that bottom just really in the turns, BJ, prevails. Is this on the straightaways, the outside line starts to close in.
Yeah, you really see the effect of the inside line being the shortest way around the track through the turns, but then you definitely see the effects of the outside line being the faster line through the turns. They're able to keep more momentum and keep up more speed as they come off the turn down the straightaway. And you see right there the 4 of Yance and 46 of Kostritza take 1 and 2 positions there going to turn number 3, now into the tri-oval from the outside line. The outside line is an extremely strong line and probably the faster line to be on, but nobody wants to stay up there. Nobody wants to hang it out there and just pull away from the pack, which is where you see drivers trying to dive back down to the front of the inside line so it can't fight back.
Right now, the 0-1 of Scott Fritz and the 48 of Mo Abbott. They're the first 2 cars on the outside lines. Everybody else went to the inside line as we're on lap number 12 of 80. And it looks like maybe a little bit of dicing going on. The 72 of Tony Iverson moves up to the top.
Iverson running up there on the high side, moved up in front of Fritz, hoping that Fritz will give him that push so he can get up into the front and get him a few laps led, or at least get the chance to battle side by side for Yance for that chance.
Into turn number 1 on lap number 13. Iverson starting to pull in the front there. The top 2 cars, he's pulled up alongside the 46. Then you see, who's that there? The 19, Jason Collins. Look at him.
19.
Well, that's how it is on the scoreboard.
I got Chris Blanchard.
Well, let's see here.
The
3. I lied.
Okay.
3.
I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, Jason Collins is racing this one. That would be why he has not responded to my message. All right, Jason Collins up 18 positions right now. He is making some moves and working his way through the field fantastically.
The 72 on the outside line, that is Iverson being pushed by Scott Fritz in the 0-1. Then you got Abbott in the 48 machine. As this front line, I mean, you look at it, BJ, a little squirrely.
Yeah, and that comes with territory. You know, these guys are taking, as they get up behind the car in front of them, it takes a lot of the weight off the nose of their car. It takes a lot of the downforce off the nose of the car, so it just kind of wants to float almost. And then the car behind them gets up behind them. It takes the weight off the back of the car, which makes the entire car float. So you'll see cars kind of sliding around, so it shows a lot of talent. These guys are able to hold on to it and hold on to their line as good as what they are and not have any wrecks while in these drafts.
Well, you look at the back of the pack, see Travis Twitty, Trey Pitts there, Brad Neer, then Brandon Holder, Ryan Campbell, Kyle Hess, Jeremiah Hobbs. This is in the back of the pack here. But meanwhile, up front, Iverson on the outside, trying to get around Kenny Yance in the 4. Scott Fritz. Now, in the cars, you got to make them a little bit. Your formation got to be really tight to get the good drafts, BJ, or
typically the closer to the back bumper of the car in front of you that you can get, the better. And one thing that back when a few months back when I was racing an Xfinity Series with my team, one thing we realized is when we're at these super speedways and we're in a tight draft, you almost have to off-center your car. From your cockpit view, you almost want to look like you're heading right straight for that left rear tail light in order to get that max speed that you can out of it. And if you want to do a little bit of bumping, that is the best place to do it, to not spin the car in front of you. So it's definitely extremely tricky to do it, and you definitely want to be as close as you can be to the car in front of you.
definitely, it's this front pack. You got an outside line of 5, BJ. Pit stops are starting.
Drivers piling in. We see contact actually on their way in. Tires squalling, smoke flying, a car sliding into the grass. Car spun out on pit road. Mayhem going into pit road as we have a lot of cars going in all at one time.
And the 16. Joey got a little bit of damage there into pit road. But meanwhile, on the track, we still got a battle for your lead. Tony Iverson and Kitty Yance. Still 1-2. The outside line, they have around about 5 cars there on the outside line. So you wonder, BJ, pit stops have already started. When do you want to come in being one of these front drivers?
Being one of the front drivers, as long as I had at least 3 cars with me, I would pit as early as I could so I could get back out, get my momentum built up, and try to get a run on the guys that haven't pitted yet, that are still up there in the lead pack before they pit. Try to regain as much ground as possible.
As you're looking on the in-car, the 46 of Sean Kostritza.
Hey! I'm proud of you.
Oh, darn, I let you know I know how to say his name.
I was waiting to hear you try it.
Kenny Yance, your race leader right now, with shot his second. Tony Iverson in the 72 on the outside. As we're on lap number 19.
19 in the books. More pit stops being called out. Drivers getting ready to head in this time around. We're nearly a quarter of the way through this race. Laps taken off very quickly. Takes right around an average of 50 seconds to make a lap here.
As you look at the 4, he's coming in. Of Kenny Yance. And the 0-1, you see Scott Fritz coming in. Adam Lancaster, your new race leader with Justin Winters.
Every time I look at Justin Winters' car, I think of the old Danica Patrick GoDaddy.com car.
Yeah. It does kind of remind you of that, doesn't it?
It does. Same color green, same color yellow, I think.
There you see Bryce Hunter coming down the front straightaway. That pack right there. As now Bryce Hunter looking to get up front As a lot of these drivers coming back on pit road, Adam Lancaster now pitting with Justin Winters. Right now, your race leader shows Brandon Robertson. There's Mo Abbott, but there's Bryce Hunter. Bryce Hunter is coming in a hurry. And you're going to see Brandon and Mo blend in with these guys shortly.
Tony Iverson, one of our lead pack drivers earlier, had to come back in to serve a black flag. He's going to be mired way back in the field now. Looking around 29th position, 29th, 30th position.
There you see Justin Winters, your race leader, coming off of pit road. That pack behind them, Bryce Hunter, they're coming in a hurry.
Winters with nobody around him coming off pit road. For him to have somebody to draft with, you see it there. The lead pack just absolutely blazing by him. Freight training was, it's often referred to on the dirt track when a driver gets off the line and everybody just goes flying by him. They're referred to it as freight training. Winter's going to have a lot of work ahead of him to try to catch up to that pack. Not sure if he's close enough right now to have that pack, have any of that draft off that pack to be able to catch back up to him.
Well, you look at Darius Boyd there, up 27 spots in that 10 machine. The 23 of Stephen Thomas, up 6 spots at the start of the race. And then you got Adam Newbert there in the 17, currently running 4th, with Robbie Richards in the 12, running 5th.
Robbie Richards with a very strong run so far in this race, as he's currently up 28 positions. Looking right now to see if he is pitted yet, but he's got Darius Boyd up in second right now, also up 27. A lot of movers, a lot of big movers in this race so far.
Look a little further back, you see Jeremiah Hobbs there, Bo Abbott in the 48. And look at Scott Fritz. Currently it's sitting in 6th, getting the outside line a going with the 971 of Nate Mauer. There we go, I said it correctly. In second behind him, 19 of Chris Blanchard there. Then you have Justin Winters, as he is hanging in there on the outside, BJ. If you're Justin right there, you know you led some laps. When do you want to show your strength? Coming to the end of the race or start showing it now?
I think right at this point in time, if it were me, I would be hanging back right about where he's at, 'cause he's going to be saving fuel, which is going to help him in the long run now that he's on a later pit cycle than a lot of the other drivers, including that of our leader Bryce Hunter, who's one of our early pit stops, as well as Darius Boyd. If I'm Justin Winters right now, I'm going to be hanging back right there where I'm at and try to save fuel, try to go for an even later pit stop on the next one, and try to short pit on the last one with somebody else.
The lead pack, they're looking a little further back. There you see the second pack, they're all single file, trying to get up there to that lead pack. 31 of Brandon Holder leading that second pack there. Then a little further back there, you see the 4, Kenny Yachts, Adam Lancaster, Jason Collins. He's further back and mired in 26th position with Mike Bryson there. But back up front, Fritz working the outside line. Oh, he got close there to Bryce Hunter. BJ, he might have needed to brought an extra pair of undies.
When you're running that close and getting at these high speeds, it definitely can get a little hairy. It could definitely get a little scary. You might feel a little of butthole puckering going on.
Definitely, they got really close there. But now, the 3 cars on the outside line there, they're hanging in pretty good. Now Scott Fritz Let's see. He's going to move to the inside. Let's see who leads this lap. It'd be Nathan Maurer leading that last lap in the 971. Scott Fritz on the inside there getting the push from Bryce Hunter. But look at Justin Winters. He's given Nate everything he has as that top line is starting to form pretty well. Now you see Nate moving to the inside. He's going to let Winters hang loose there on the top shelf. Winters will try to pick up that upper pack there with a 31 of Brandon Holder. Three wide a little bit, BJ. This has to start getting scary.
It for sure does. That outside line, I mean, they're all over the place right now. You see him diving low. You see him shooting high. Winters now all by himself right in the middle. Best thing for that outside row to do right now would be just to form into one solid line. And Winters right now is just praying, I'm sure, for an opening to either go high or go low and get out of that middle and stop getting hung out there to dry.
Well, we're the 31 of Brandon Holder getting pushed there by the 6 of Brad Neer. Brad Neer looking pretty strong. He's up 22 spots there. And so is Brandon Holder. Holder in at 31. Brad Neer in the 6. Neer will have it at the line. 2x2 action, this top pack now. We talked about it. That one pack, the second pack that was strung out, single file. Guess what, BJ? They've caught up to this lead pack.
They have. They're doing a fantastic job. You see drivers diving down low. They're cooling their motors off. This rear pack coming through. They are doing a fantastic job catching just enough of that draft the pack in front of them now to get a move on.
The inside line, top 3 starting to pull away. Winters on the outside, fading just a tad bit. Look at Scott Fritz, a good dirt track racer. He's currently in 4th. Fritz will move to the outside line there in front of Winters. And then you see the 31, that's Brandon Holder. He's actually going to move back down to the bottom. Tuck underneath of the 80 of Ryan Campbell.
Drivers seem to be getting a lot more aggressive here in the earlier stages of this race than I would have expected. And doing a good job of still continuing to keep it clean. Not trying to think of the right word here, but I'm a bit surprised to see drivers running as aggressively as what they are at the moment.
See some pulling into pit road. Looks like Kyle Hess to the 86 making the pit stop. A little further back you see Doug Neal in the 77. Brett Nielsen there in the 8 machine. Then there's Tony Stevens currently running 19th in that 55 Toyota. But back up front, the inside-outside line, 2x2. They see some lap cars ahead. And you know, stage points, BJ. Stage points.
Oh, yeah. What are the stages anyways?
Well, you need to look at your notes. Oh, maybe I got them. You didn't get them.
I was going to say, I have notes. Wait a minute.
Look at the 01 of Scott Fritz. Goes to the outside. They're going to leave the 31 in the middle. Look at the 46 there. That is Sean Kostritza there. Moves to that middle line. He has some damage on the right rear of that car. Kind of crinkled up that bumper of the 46 of Sean. 3 wide, third on back.
I'm still trying to figure out where these notes are at. I feel left out here.
One day I'll figure out how to forward them.
All right.
The 12 of Robbie Richards. He has some damage on the bumper. Now, BJ, Where they're running right now, do you see damage on the rear of these cars? How does it affect it right now, being in draft?
As long as they're staying up really tight to the car in front of them, the car behind them stays up really tight. You're not going to see a lot of downfall to it. As you see right now, the 46 running at pace, sticking right up there with them. But you're not going to see the full effect of that outside row right now with the 46 running second in line, able to push their way up to the front. It's very, very unlikely to see it happen with the damage there on the right rear quarter of the 46.
There's Bryce Hunter in the 9. Try to catch up the lead pack. This might be strategic. What do you think? Falling back a little bit, giving some space up front?
With as dicey as it is getting up front, I'd say it's very strategic. I'd say it's playing it very cautious, very careful, and trying to stay out of all of the riffraff going on up in the front and keep their car clean.
Lap cars right ahead of your race leader, Brad Neer. And they're racing. Brad Neer goes up high, so does Ryan Campbell. Looking to put the 66er Corey Stahl a lap down. As this will end our stage. Brad Neer.
Hearing something about a wreck over the comms as well.
Huh. Well, unless it was that, but it doesn't show.
Doesn't really look like a wreck, but it looks like a hard hit to the outside wall for Robbie Richards as he was side drafting the 31 of Brandon Holder. Looks like just a little bit of contact hooked them both and sent them up into the wall. Good bit of bodywork damage to those cars. Other than that, I don't think there's anything too bad on those machines.
Right now, your leaders are catching up to the pace vehicle in turn number 3. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and thank our fine sponsors here on the Bluegrass iRacing Series. Butt Kicker, feeling what you've been missing. Hoffman Designs, Blanchard's Towing Services, serving Central Maine and beyond, Kinder Performance Group, and Roasted Gems Coffee. Also sponsoring tonight's Hard Charger is the Stevens Family Band. Pit stops are happening.
It looks like the entire field is actually going to be coming down pit road, except for a handful of lap cars are going to be looking for the free pass here.
Your caution sponsored by Blanchard's Towing. Give them a call, 207-812-0105 for all your towing needs and services. Brandon Holder gets off pit road first, the 31. Brad Neer second. As you look at the scoring tower, Richard still showing on pit road. Lap number 35. And it shows the stage break was for lap number 32. So that wreck coming right at the stage, ending of the stage there.
I'm gonna go check out real quick, see if we can't get a quick interview with our current race leader of Brandon Holder. So I'll be right back.
Brendan Holder in the 31. Your race leader. Brad Deere in second. Adam Newbert there in third. Ryan Campbell, Brent Nelson, Brandon Robertson, Scott Fritz, Justin Winters. There's Bo Abbott, Bryce Hunter, and Stephen Thomas. Tony Stevens, Adam Lancaster, Jason Collins, and Travis Twitty, your top 15. That's how they get these long caution laps. Well, you look at Brandon Holder, he's coming down pit road again.
Okay, so he was a long ways down there. It took a little bit of doing to get him up here, but Brandon Holder, we got him here in the booth.
What's going on, fellas?
Well, came down that pit lane. Again, did you just top it off?
Yeah, I actually missed my box the first stop, so I would come down to get service this time.
Oh, well. I was bringing you up here because I seen you as the race leader.
Brad Neer actually got the stage win there. We started in the back there and got him up there, so he got the stage win, but I'll take an interview anytime.
All right. So what kind of game plan you got going in? We're looking at one more stop, two more stops going into the rest of this race.
Yeah, we'll ride in the back until, probably 8 or 10 to go, and then we'll try to make our move to the front, just try to survive, miss some wrecks if they have any here.
How many more stops you think you're going to have between here to the end of the race?
I think we'll have to have 1, maybe 2.
All right, so 1, maybe 2 more stops. It looks like you're going to be lining up in
23rd.
23rd. So good luck to you, Brandon. We'll try to get you back down there to Glove Box Motorsports, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, you just got to bear with me because it doesn't want to scroll for me while I'm moving people for some reason.
All right, that's Brandon Holder from Mammoth Springs, Arkansas. Adam Newbert, your race leader in the 17 for this restart. Brett Nelson will start on the outside. Then you have Brandon Robertson and Scott Fritz on row number 2. Row number 3 would be Adam Lancaster and Bo Abbott. Row number 4, you see the 46 of Sean Carista.
He had it earlier.
I did. And there's Jason Collins in the 3, the Kinder sponsor machine there. Pace car is off. We're fixing to get this restart underway. Adam Newbert there gets a good jump on the start there. He kind of caught the 8 Brett Nelson, kind of sleeping a little bit.
He most certainly did. He even caught the car of Robertson there behind him, sleeping a little bit. Robertson able to get up there with him, though. Robertson's actually going to move to the outside and leave him out to dry. That's a little bit surprising. Robertson looking to take some laps here at the midway stage of this race.
Now you look at Robertson now pulling down to the inside there. Adam Newbert in the 17, currently running second. Brett Nelson in the 8 machine, running the outside line. Kind of lonesome there by himself, but he's hanging in there. There comes the 17 of Adam Newbert there, moving up to the outside.
Newbert saw it happen with the 2 of Robertson. Go to the outside and take the lead from him. Now he's going to try to do the same up on the outside. Hope that number 8 machine of Nielsen's going to push him forward. Got a nice little 5-car, not 5-car, it was 6-car string up on the outside, pushing. See one dive all the way to the apron from that inside line. He's going to fall back and falling behind the pack.
Right now, your top 2, Robertson and Lancaster. Fritz in 3rd. Adam Newbert there hanging in on the outside as Mo Abbott on the inside, that 48 machine. Newbert try to get a run. The outside line, the 5-car pack there on the outside. Right now, the inside line's just been way too strong for the first 3 laps.
That outside line's really going to have to tighten up if they're going to have anything for the inside line here. Have to tighten up and get down against the side of the inside cars and get that side draft going and get that momentum built up to really get a run on the outside with only having 5 cars to the... I'm not even sure how many cars there on the inside, but there are quite a few for them to have to battle back against.
That front pack there, as you look a little further back, you got a couple of 5, 4, and 3-car packs. They're just trying to play it safe, keep it clean, be there at the end. Brandon Robertson, your race leader. In a Can-Am, number 2.
You mentioned be there at the end. That is one of the biggest things in racing. It is important to win races, but in order to win races, you have to first finish the race. And I got to remember who it is that says it. I see it all the time on iRacing. It's one of the famous quotes in racing, but it is a very true quote. And so far, some of the cleanest racing I think I've ever seen at Talladega the last 2 nights here in the Bluegrass Series. If you are interested in running it, make sure you get a hold of Jason Collins on Facebook. These guys are some impressive drivers keeping these racing, this race. Yeah, I'll learn how to talk eventually. Keeping the racing clean.
Remember, BJ, a clean car is a happy car.
Speaking of which, where is he? I'm wanting some more nachos. Calling Nick Leonard to the stand, to the announcer's booth. Calling Nick Leonard to the announcer's booth.
Brett Nelson on the outside line, leading that pack there, the outside line. As Brandon Robertson continues to lead, being pushed by Adam Lancaster, Brett Nelson, and Scott Fritz. You know, BJ, tonight it was supposed to be me all mind blasted, kind of gone, kind of shot. Had a rough night last night, a rough day today. You know, I lost something dear to me. It's supposed to be me. You're just kind of all over.
It kind of really is. Kind of really is. But you know what? I'm happy to hear that you're laughing. I'm happy to hear that you're having a good time right now. Let's go racing.
Definitely. You see the 7 of Winters there going the lap down. Down the back straightaway. Yes, I'm not my little happy self, but that's okay. I got it. Grieving is a hard process.
Yes, it is. So anybody out there listening, make sure you keep Steve in your praise. You lost a very valued member of his family is the best way to put it.
That's right, of 15 years. It's been on a hard battle. Like these drivers are tonight. Up front, these drivers are battling hard, side by side. Brett Nelson now to the lead momentarily as Robertson battles back on the inside. Adam Lancaster in the one machine pushing Robertson. The 72 of Tony Iverson there pushing the 8 machine of Brett Nelson.
Iverson was either a lap down or very nearly a lap down earlier, and you see him right back here in the top 3 doing a great job pushing his way forward in that number 72 machine. Great recovery out of him.
Good recovery. The 8 of Nelson moves to the inside line in front of Brandon Robertson. Now on the outside line, the 72 of Tony Iverson leading the outside line.
Iverson now with the 4-car of Yance giving him a push. He's really going to have to get sucked back up to the back of that number 72 machine if they're going to have a shot at getting up there. doing a good job right now battling back and holding on to the position there on the outside. But if they're really going to get up there, they're going to have to tighten up on the outside. Looking now at the 3-car of Josh Collins running on the inside in 9th position.
A little further back, there's Adam Newbert there. He's lost 7 positions since the start of this race. There's Corey Stahl, currently running 12th in the 66. The front. The inside line is inching away, but the outside line looks like it's starting to form slowly, BJ, back up.
And very slowly they're tightening back up. They're coming back forward. The 4-car of Jans now leading that with 72 of Iverson pushing him. As those two just kind of swap position. They're now trying to work their way forward. Once again, the 83 falling back, kind of hanging them out there.
Coming to the line, we're on lap number 46 of 80. Brett Nelson, your race leader. Kitty Yachts on the outside. Robert Richardson currently shown in 3rd with Tony Iverson and Adam Lancaster, your top 5. And you start looking a little further back, back of the pack. They're pretty much single filed out.
They are single filed out. They're playing it safe right now, staying calm, running their line, and staying clean, as we still have a little under halfway to go in this race. Coming this time by, we will have 34 laps to go. Quick math in my head. Yeah, 34 laps to go. And drivers, a lot of them playing it safe on backward of the front pack. Sticking it close, sticking it tight, fighting tooth and nail too wide the entire race.
Good racing tonight. The Bluegrass Xfinity Series. You're watching live on Ultimate Dirt TV. The Bluegrass 225. Again, now the run on the inside line gets the 8 of Brett Nelson. But Kitty Yance, he's getting a good push from the 72 of Tony Iverson.
Well, there it is. I was trying to open up my overlays themselves rather than just my time and the scoring, so I get a couple little tidbits of other information. I did not want to open that first.
Well, look at Kitty Yachts now pulling to the inside line. Leaving the 72, Tony Iverson on the outside, being pushed by Chris LeBourgeois.
Le Bourgeois.
LeBourgeois. Now, what do you call one of those? Never mind. I ain't going to say that. Never mind.
Were you scared?
Well, we all know how my mind thinks. So, I mean.
I can only imagine where that one was going.
The battle up front. Iverson and Yachts. Side by side. On lap number 49. It is amazing, BJ, how they've kept it so calm and collective for 49 laps. Coming to 30 to go at the line.
Doing a truly fantastic job here in the Xfinity cars. No real wrecks, just a couple cars up into the wall. Stage breaks, all we've really had. As I mentioned earlier, probably the cleanest race that I've ever seen at Talladega, and between the last 2 nights, the cleanest racing in general that I've ever seen at Talladega here on iRacing.
Definitely it is. As they go down that long back straightaway into turn number 3, Tony Iverson leading the way with Kitty Yachts on the inside to 83. Chris LeBougeon.
So close.
Outside line right now, lined up. The 3 cars on the outside line. That inside line, it got a whole gaggle of them. And you would think, BJ, the inside line would be the dominant line. But look, now, Kenny Iverson pulls to the inside. So the outside line is working.
Outside line working very hard. You see the leader of Tony Iverson move down and then moved right back up to the outside line as he's trying to keep the momentum of that outside line going as he takes Le Bourgeois right up behind him, trying to give him the shove.
At the line, coming to the line, Tony Iverson in that 72, back on the top side. Yachts looking back underneath them, going in turn number 1. Your first 3 rows, 2 by 2. And then you see, look at Taylor Peacock there, currently running 6th in that 81 machine.
Taylor Peacock doing a good job staying calm, staying quiet most of this race, and now he's got himself up there into the top 10 and looking for a top 5 out of this race after a rough night last night. Hey, look at that.
Maybe I learned how to share something. Maybe that would help you a little bit.
There's a little bit of info there.
Tony Iverson on the top side there continues to lead, getting pushed by the 83 of Chris, and then the 81 of Tyler Peacock. In the turns there, you see the 4 Kitty Yachts. He really gets a good run off the turns. Pulls alongside Tony Iverson down the back straightaway.
3 cars running on the outside, doing a great job keeping up with the inside line, and actually a little bit ahead right now. That goes to show how much the momentum around the outside can really help you and can really affect you down the straightaway.
On lap number 53, fixing to complete it here at Talladega. As Tony Iverson continues to lead. He's actually up there all by himself. Now look at Chris. He went to the inside. He's your new race leader.
All by myself.
Again.
Everybody dropping the inside. Can't help but wonder if pit stops are going to be coming soon. Even Iverson drops to the inside. Everybody in single file line, pit stops have got to be coming soon if everybody's aiming for that inside. The entire field now, right around that yellow line. Nobody shooting to the outside. Nobody jumping out. And they are indeed. Here we go. Cars shooting down pit road now.
Going into pit road, Tony Iverson, Tyler Peacock, Chris Blanchard, Stephen Thomas. A lot of
Iverson
Go ahead.
overshoots the pits, takes out the yellow cone, and even skids to a stop. He's going to have more than likely a speeding penalty and an unsafe pit entry on that one. It's going to be interesting to see how he's going to recover from that one, or if he's going to recover from that one with only 26 laps to go in this race.
As the front of the pack going into turn number 3 there. Now you see the cars that just went down pit road. They're now starting to exit pit road. Chris pulling it to pit road now this time.
I think he just gave up on the last name there. You've been so close.
Brandon Robertson, Kenny Yance. All went down to pit lane. So Scott Fritz, Mo Abbott, Mike Bryson, Jason Collins, Jeremiah Hobbs, all down pit road. So was Corey Stahl. Nate Maurer, now your race leader. Bryce Hunter in second. Doug Neal, Darius Boyd, Travis Twitty, and Logan Smith. As they come out of turn number 4.
I wonder if they call him Twitty Bird.
I don't know. Something you can ask them. Now they make the front pack makes their stop with 25 to go here at Talladega. Now look at Brandon Robertson. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
down the back straightaway. They've already completed their pit stops. That's Tony Stevens, Logan Smith, Bryce Hunter, Ryan Campbell, Nate Maurer, Brandon Holder, Brad Neer, and Travis Twitty, all in pit road.
These drivers coming around now, they're going to be taking the lead away. The drivers that are on pit road are hoping to get in and out as fast as possible, as Nate Maurer has actually already left pit road. And the 2-car of Robertson has not quite caught up, but you'll see him here coming out of turn number 2. More than likely going to get by him, more than likely going to be taking the lead away from him, as he's going to be doing everything he can to fight back and not lose this lead pack.
There is Nate Maurer, current race leader, but he's going to get freight trained on the outside. Look at Scott Fritz up to second in the 0-1. And then you got Adam Lancaster and Chris LeBourgeois in the 83. I will get it right back in the season. I promise you that.
Hey, you had it right there.
Oh, I did?
You did. LeBourgeois, you nailed it.
Jason Collins currently sitting in 6th, up 21 positions. There's Nate Maurer in a 971. He's up 16 spots. As now the outside line is starting to form again. We're going to have some good side-by-side battling going on here at Talladega as we're on lap number, or have 23 to go, 22 at the line for Brandon Robertson. Scott Fritz giving him a good push and shove on the inside. Adam Lancaster right behind him. Then you see Kenny Yance on the outside getting pushed by the 83. Chris LeBourgeois. Mo Abbott working the inside in the 48. Now for this outside line to form, you see them starting to fall back a little bit, BJ. They're going to need some more help.
They absolutely are. You see cars moving all over the place, trying to figure out where they want to go right now. Inside, outside, all over. Robertson and Fritz, you see them dive to the inside right there with the lap car number 21 of Trey Pitts. All the way up on the outside, doing a good job staying out of the way of the leaders. Only 2 cars left on that outside road now, trying to fight back for the lead.
Brandon Robertson, race leader in 2, but outside is Kenny Yance. Being pushed by Chris there. Now you gotta look how Chris is a little bit higher there. Is he trying to cool off his motor? Questions you gotta ask. Meanwhile, the inside line, powerful and dominant right now. There's the 3 of Jason Collins, currently as a top 5.
Outside row keeps peaking, keeps trying, but not quite able to get there, as we still have LeBourgeois in the 83 and Yon's in the 4 car trying to fight back on the outside. 2 more cars are up there, but they're on further back, not really helping them get up there, get that run, as that inside line is just extremely strong right now. Jason Collins all the way up into that 5th position there, 4th car on the inside row right now, up 21 positions and having a great showing out here tonight.
20 to go for these drivers. You got to wonder, this long track, you know, it's put some wear and tear in that body. You know, last night we talked to some truck drivers, you know, they were like, hey, no, one might took a little shot, BJ, right before the race. You never know.
Yeah.
Calm the nerves.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, you wouldn't think, a lot of people don't think that sitting there and driving is tiring, but you drive at 180 miles an hour, 190, upwards of 200 miles an hour at times, inches from another car, traveling the same speed, knowing that at any given second, any little bump could cause that car to go absolutely haywire and completely ruin everything you just worked for the last 150 miles, 250 miles. It's going to have your nerves on edge, and it is going to wear you out by the end of the race.
Definitely out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Fixing to head into that tri-oval. Brandon Robertson continues to lead. Look at Kitty Yance there on the outside. Scott Fritz having a good showing here tonight in the 0-1, currently running 3rd with 18 laps to go. Now, BJ, this is the thing. You're leading, and we heard from one driver, hopefully one stop, but you're leading.
If you're leading, it's putting a hurting on your fuel tank, especially with an earlier pit stop as Robertson took. He didn't hang it out there. He didn't try to run it as late as possible. He took an earlier stop. It's going to be really difficult for him to make it the distance if he's going to, if he is planning on leading the rest of the way. He's going to have a really hard time at this point in time. If I was Robertson, I would want to drop back to 2nd, 3rd, 4th in one of the lines and try to save a little bit and try to make that move. As we've got cars all over the place. Contact made. Big checkup out of the 4 car of Yance and the 83 of Le Bourgeois right there. Good job by everybody to hold on to it. That was very nearly the famous Talladega big one.
Well, luckily they saved it, as right now Robertson, Fritz, and Lancaster, your top 3. Jason Collins in 4th, Mo Abbott in 5th. So now, oh, you see some heading to pit road now.
You see smoke flying off the tires of some of them cars as they're trying to slow down in time to not get that speeding penalty. As speeding penalty this late in the race, there's going to be nearly no recovery from it at this stage.
6-car breakaway for your front pack. Kenny Yance leading that second pack, trying to close back into the front runners. As we have 16 to go down the long back straightaways, heading into turn number 3.
As our top drivers all single filed out, top 6 cars all single filed out, now heading down pit road. Looks like all 6 of them heading for pit road, I do believe.
Oh, one in the grass, that's the 2 machine.
2 of them in the grass. Oh, in contact. Pit road being some of the biggest changers of this race, and one of the ones collected in that contact was Jason Collin. I'm going to get in trouble yet with the league owner, ain't I?
Well, you're trying, that's for sure. Brad Neer, your race leader now with Brandon Holder and Tony Stevens, your top 3. So pit stops already started. You know, these drivers are going to have to make one pretty shortly with 15 laps to go, coming to 14.
Some of these drivers that are out on track right now were in the further back parts of the draft. They might be able to hold on a good bit longer to the end, towards the end of the race, and do a short pit just to splash and go. Not have to fill all the way up. There's a decent chance of it, but they're going to have to get in very quickly and get out very quickly, as only 3 to 4 cars is not going to hold up well against 5, 6, 7, 8 cars that pitted all together of the original leaders.
As you look, Brad Neer continues to lead in this 5-car pack. Travis Twitty coming down pit road. Or coming off pit road there. Now here comes your front pack coming to the pits.
These drivers are very likely planning to come down, just take a very quick splash and go, as I mentioned earlier, and get back out on track before losing positions, before losing too many positions, and all try to stay together as much as possible and either maintain those lead positions or stick right with the cars that are coming around to cycle back into the lead.
Scott Fritz leading this pack. Into 0-1, the 72 is ahead of him. That's Tony Iverson. He's a couple laps down. Now you see the drivers that pitted Brad Neer exiting pit road. And there is your lead pack. Scott Fritz looking to become the race leader out of turn number 2. As Brad Neer now will blend in with the racing field.
You see everybody was nearly single filed out until Brad Neer pulls up there into the field, and then they started moving around. That's going to allow Brad Neer a little bit of benefactor out of that one, is when they started moving around, they started losing draft and everything else and breaking up that slipstream that they were in. So Brad Neer's able to slide right in there with them and keep up with them a little bit better because of that and pick up the draft from behind them.
Scott Fritz at 0-1, went to the outside, now 3 wide because there's Lancaster to the top shelf. The 16, a little dancy there. As now the 16 of Joey, your race leader.
Joey Doucette played it safe, played it quiet most of the race. He's up 29 positions right now with Robbie Richards up 31 positions. They're behind him in the number 12 machine. And leading the entire thing is a lapped car of...
Tony Iverson in that 72. Now you look at the 0-1. Ballin back on outside. At the line, give it to Scott Fritz, being pushed by Adam Lancaster.
A lot of damage showing on these cars on the inside line. That's going to make it really difficult for these guys to stick up there with them. See damage all the way down the right side, front and back of the 16 machine of Doucette. That doesn't seem to be affecting him a whole lot, as he's able to stay glued to the backside of the clean car of Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson a lap down right now, really helping them by giving them the slipstream there, giving them the draft. Scott Fritz on the outside, though, does have the lead on the outside of Tony Iverson.
Fritz coming to the butt kicker, 10 to go.
Jason Collins momentarily taking a peek to the extreme outside. Looked like he was taking a peek, either cooling his engine down or hoping somebody would go with him and try to take a shot at the race lead. Collins up 21 positions, looking to go for it. Everybody in the top 10, top 5, top 9 right now, all moving up 10 spots or more, except for Adam Lancaster. Adam Lancaster started in 4th and is currently running in 3rd. Very consistent night for him. So we're looking right now at Adam Newbert in the 17. Now Scott Fritz in the 01 leading the outside line.
right, 9 laps to go for Scott Fritz. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If I'm Tony Iverson here, do you stay where you're at? Or when it comes to the closing laps, do you get out of the way?
Well, right at the moment, Iverson is not hurting anybody. If anything, he's helping down to the 16 of Doucette. I think it more depends on whether or not he wants to help or hurt somebody, whether or not he's going to stay there. If he stays there, he's going to be able to help Doucette. If Doucette can stay on his back bumper.
Down the front straightaway into the tri-oval. Coming to 8 laps to go. The 16 machine of Joey Doucette on the inside of Scott Fritz as they're battling side by side for the race lead right now. Out of turn number 2, down this long back straightaway. And you look at how the inside line looks a little dancy there. You got to be wondering, they're wondering how to get around the 72 of Tony Iverson.
It is very possible 2 lap cars up ahead of them are going to come into play as well, as this pack is coming on very, very fast. And I believe I just heard over the comms just a moment ago the 16 is actually getting ready to pit. Yes, he is. Looking for a short stop here for the 16 and the 12. It looks like the 71 as well, all heading down pit road here very late. The cars that are out on track are going to be able to make it the distance. That is going to hurt those drivers as they're going to now land way, way back towards the back of the field due to that late pit stop.
But out front right now, Scott Fritz, Adam Lancaster on the outside with Fritz. Also on the outside is Jason Collins. The 23, currently running third, that's Stephen Thomas. He has those lap cars and other cars fixing to come a lap down in front of him. Coming to 6 to go here at Talladega for the Bluegrass 225.
The outside row coming strong, battling strong against the inside row. It looks like the entire inside row right now is all lapped traffic. As you see it there on the battle box, we've got Scott Fritz and Adam Lancaster sitting 1 and 2 there on the outside. All lap traffic on the inside. These guys are going to have to figure something out if they want to get by him. Stephen Thomas, the first lead lap car, and there's a wreck. Jason Collins gets collected. 17.
The 9 of Bryce Hunter. Look at him. And right now we're green. We're still green because they spun into pit road. Looking at Collins' car there, a tad bit damage on the right-hand side. And now the new race leader, Stephen Thomas in the 23, takes over the lead as Scott Fritz pulls to the inside.
That's going to leave Iverson on the outside by himself. The 1 car of Lancaster pulls up there to try to help him. Based on some of what we heard over the comms, it sounded as though the 1 car might have been at fault for that calamity going on back there. Still no caution due to wrecks this entire race with 4 laps to go. We have a 7-car breakaway up here in the front with 2 of those 7 cars being lapped cars. 6 cars. I can't count.
Jeremiah Hobbs and Tony Iverson up there. Then you have Lancaster, Scott Fritz, and Stephen Thomas. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, Lancaster kind of came down just a tad bit. Lancaster having some damage on the rear end of that machine. There you see your 4th place, Chris Blanchard, right there in the 19 machine. A 31 to Brendan Holder, currently running 5th. But right now, the battle up front coming to 3 to go. Lancaster. Now you see that damage, BJ, of Lancaster's car. Right now, he should be handling good. But if the 72 of Iverson pulls down, how's that car going to handle?
He's really going to be praying for a literal shove from Fritz. He's going to have a really hard time going for a slingshot move at the end if he needs it. So he's going to move to the inside. That's going to open the door for Fritz on the outside with a clean car to have a chance to get the run on him. But he's actually pulling away as he is pushing Iverson down the front straightaway.
2 laps to go at the line for Adam Lancaster and Scott Fritz. Stephen Thomas, the top 3, 1, 2, and 3 in line. 2 laps to go. Lancaster tucked in tight with the 72 of Iverson. Now, you got to wonder, BJ, is Fritz and Thomas trying to work something out to get around Lancaster there?
I think coming out of turn number 4 here, we're going to see Fritz go to the high side and take another shot at Lancaster's. Fritz is actually holding back right now. I'm not sure if this is strategy, if this is a mind game, or if maybe he's having a little bit of struggles too. It's a bit surprising to see him sitting back, as if I was in his shoes, I'd be tucked up really tight against the back of Lancaster right now, trying to keep that momentum, trying to keep that speed.
White flag, final time around here at Talladega. Adam Lancaster, your race leader. Scott Fritz has the space in between them. And that's not what you want to see. Stephen Thomas goes high. Scott Fritz has to keep it down low there, BJ.
And Thomas is going to lock him down onto the inside. You see him squeeze right down against him, trying to get that side draft. He's trying to build all the momentum he can. I think what Scott Fritz is doing, you see him now, the gap is slowly starting to close. I think what he was aiming to do was get that run on Lancaster to go at it. So we're coming around to the tri-oval. Our winner here tonight looks like it is going to be that of Adam Lancaster as they come to the stripe.
Adam Lancaster, Scott Fritz, and Stephen Thomas looking a little further back, coming down. Brandon Holder comes home 4th. Chris Blanchard, Travis Twitty, Mo Abbott comes home 7th, BJ. What a race here tonight.
What a fantastic job by everybody involved. We saw 1 wreck and not even a caution brought out for it. We saw 1 caution, and that was the stage break right there, right around lap 35. What a great job by everybody here tonight. I'm absolutely amazed. Got to be the cleanest race I've ever seen at Talladega.
Definitely. We thought last night was good. This one just shined.
That definitely just blew last night's race completely out of the water.
As you take a look at your official results, Adam Lancaster, Scott Fritz, Stephen Thomas, Brandon Holder, Chris Blanchard, Travis Twitty, Mo Abbott, Chris. Now I forgot how to say it.
Bourgeois.
Bourgeois. There you go. So, Tony Stevens, Corey Stahl, Brad Neer come home 11th. 12th is Ryan Campbell. Jason Collins comes home 13th after some contact. Logan Smith, Brett Nelson, Kenny Yance, and Brandon Robertson round out your top 18. '19th would be Robbie Richards, Joey DeSalt. And then you got Michael Robertson, Jeremiah Hobbs, Bryce Hunter, Nate Maurer, Darius Boyd, Trey Pitts, Mike Bryson, and then you got Tony Iverson coming home in 28th. 29th to be Tyler Peacock, Sean Caritza 30th, Adam Newbert, Justin Winters, and Kyle Hess rounds out your field. Well, BJ, we have some post-race interviews
We do indeed. And I believe you've caught up with the third place finisher of Stephen Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Stephen Thomas, congratulations on your third place finish there, sir, up 6 spots and start of the race. At the end there, it got a little dicey. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it did. I guess I'm pretty surprised that we didn't have a caution there on that big wreck at the end, but I mean, it worked out great for me. I knew at that point I pretty much locked in a third if we just didn't get into an accident up there with those lap cars. Unfortunately, man, I had a big run on the backstretch on the last lap, but I believe the '01 car seemed more interested in blocking me than he was to go for the lead. So we both lost a run, and I'll take third.
Take third. Good point start for the season like that. We move on to next week. How do you plan after having a top 3 going to next week?
Hopefully the same thing, man. Stay consistent. Get as many top 5s as I can, many interviews with you boys as I can this season, and we'll go from there.
All right. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Yeah, man, I'm not quite prepared for that on week 1. I'll make sure I'm a lot more prepared if I have a future interview. I want to thank all you guys, of course, at Broadcast, all the admins involved, and every sponsor that is involved in this race. Like I said, I'll be a lot more prepared next week for that. I want to thank all my teammates, Taylor, Adam, Chris, Robbie, multiple ones that worked with me all night tonight and kept me up front, man. Like I said, we got a heck of a stage finish tonight and a heck of a finish at the end of the race. So, yeah, thanks to everybody involved.
All right, that's Stephen Thomas coming home in third place tonight. Well, BJ, you caught up with our second place finisher.
Yes, I have Mr. Scott Fritz bringing it home in second in that nice looking '01 UNOH CFM machine. Fantastic run night up front all night long. Brought it home in second. Walk us through that race a little bit.
It was a good race. I didn't qualify as well as I wanted to and what I'm used to qualifying at super speedways, but me and Mo got hooked up, went right to the front like a lap, and then we just tried to, me, Jason, Mo, and Brandon worked well together and just tried to stay up front, keep it up front there the whole race. We were really good on pit road, getting to pit road. I know Brandon, he made a mistake and kind of got away from that, but he was lucky enough to stay in lead lap. But yeah, and then we kind of got split up there when that wreck happened, but the caution came out because I guess everyone straightened it out, and then it was basically down to the 3 of us. And I was trying to back up to Steven. I thought I was sitting in the right spot and would have had a good run, but Steven tried to go around me and kind of hanging on my right rear quarter, and that basically just ruined the chance to win for both of us. So, but good job to Adam. He deserves it, and we'll try again tomorrow night with the Cup Series, and then go try and win a championship with the late model on Thursday.
Well, you've done a fantastic job. You know, we know you more from the dirt side. You just mentioned you're running the late model on Thursday going for the championship. How much do you feel that the dirt collates over to the asphalt side to help you get up here to a good finish like it's over on the asphalt?
I think it really, I know the super speedways, it doesn't help me really at all, but a lot of these tracks, especially the short tracks, and especially with the next gen car now, with the Cup side, you really got to get up on the wheel and wheel the crap out of it. It definitely helps me a lot. I hadn't ran any pavement till I joined Bluegrass when Jason started this thing, so pretty much the only pavement I've ran is just this league, and it definitely helps a lot with throttle control and everything. Short tracks especially, really helps me and gives me an advantage. So it's good to have that skill set sitting in the back.
Absolutely. So I can't think of any more questions for you, so I think now's a good time for you to thank your sponsors and everybody who helps you get up there.
Yeah, definitely my guys at T-Berry and everything, sitting back and watching. And then obviously Bluegrass Reapers, our team for Xfinity, Jason, Mo, and Brandon, we worked really well tonight. And then BFM and Majul C Speed Shop with the dirt side, Wrath ATV, UTV, 6.5 Racing Tire Solutions. My girlfriend at work tonight watching, and my mom and dad and everyone, and we'll try it again tomorrow.
Girlfriends at work watching. Man, I get in trouble doing that stuff at my job. All right. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. Good luck to you tomorrow night and Thursday night, man.
Yeah, thank you, Will. Thank you, Steve.
And Steve, I believe, is caught up with our winner.
All right, Adam, picking up the win tonight. You had a little damage on the rear end of your car, but it didn't seem like to hinder you at all.
Yeah, we had a little damage there during the race and got some damage there after the race. First of all, I want to apologize to the 6 and the 3, the 5, those guys that got caught up in that deal there with a few laps to go, and made a late decision to try to jump up on the top there, and put those guys in a bad position. So first things first, just want to apologize to those guys. But yeah, I've had a fast race car, and got a little bit of damage throughout the race. We were able to fix it up. It wasn't too bad, and car still sucked up good, and was able to push fairly decent. And yeah, just a good night. We had some good fortune, some good pit cycles that got our track position back, and we're able to get up front and race around some guys that we know, and with Scott Fritz and Jason Collins and some of those other guys, and mix it up.
Definitely. You put on a good showing. Now we head to next week. How are you going to prepare for next week?
Yeah, so, next week's a whole nother animal, right? So we'll have to put in some practice laps. And, I really like these Xfinity cars. We spent pretty much our whole tenure with Bluegrass in the Cup Series, and the Cup Series has grown by leaps and bounds. And this Xfinity Series is pretty stout, too. So we can come down here, and I really enjoy the Xfinity cars, the way that they drive, especially, in comparison to the next-gen cars. So we'll get out there and turn some laps, and I'm sure it'll be a tough race next week. Like I said, this Xfinity Series has grown, and there's some really stout guys in this series, so we'll definitely have our work cut out for us.
Definitely. Go ahead. Thank those fine sponsors making it all possible.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to thank Justin Winters, Alex Huffman, my teammates with Elite Motorsports. Great teammates and great guys to have to work together, and so thank those guys first and foremost. But Lancaster Transmissions, Ghostface Brewing, Rims One, Kinder Performance Group, Huffman Designs for an awesome paint scheme that we were able to get put together in the last few days. So if anybody needs a really bad to the bone paint scheme, Alex Huffman, hit him up.
All right, that's Adam Lancaster picking up tonight's win at the Bluegrass 225. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, BJ, tomorrow night, the Cup Series here at Talladega. I mean, if it's anything like the Xfinity Series or the trucks, we're in for one good showing.
Absolutely, and so far it's just gotten better and better. I can't wait to see what tomorrow night in the Cup Series is going to bring. I'd like to see it get even better, but I honestly, Steve, don't know how it could.
Now, it's going to definitely be hard to especially match up to tonight's race, but you know what? I'm not going to doubt them too much. I bet they could do something even better. Something like that little sparkle up, get it shining, pretty bright. Don't forget, tomorrow night, again, it's the Bluegrass Cup Series, live on Ultimate Dirt TV at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then Thursday night, it's the Bluegrass Pro Elite Boss, presented to you by Majula C Speed Shop Championship Night. Could the 75J of Jesse Jondress pick up the championship? Only time can tell. You can watch it live, all on Ultimate Dirt TV. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steve McMillan, along with BJ Duvall. We're going to say good night, God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow night.